Hello, Banjo Race. It's time for another Banjo Race. Joined with me today, we got Sunderstorm and CalvinNotKlein. Say hello to the stream, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
How's it going, stream?
On commentary today, we got a Welsh whale.
Hello.
You raced earlier today, right?
That's right.
Yeah, you got a good PB.
Yeah, scuffed but good.
And did you end up winning the race?
No, I was entering Furnace Fun as he finished.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was pretty close.
That was the only thing I didn't know about the race earlier, so unfortunate. But who's the real winner? Who got the PB? Well, maybe Eric's got a PB too, but I don't know. All right, we got another Xbox run versus N64 run. I love seeing these, but they're so hard to keep track of because of the much different routes. So we'll see how we all fare. So are we both ready to go?
I'm ready.
Awesome. I'll count you down and we'll get things started. So get ready to start up in 3, 2, 1, go. And good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Alrighty. And with that, let's completely tune out my music. Switch to Sunder. And off we go. Alright, so again, as we've been seeing in the last couple races, well, that I've hosted anyway, Xbox versus N64, Xbox falls behind pretty heavily at the beginning just because they can't skip text. But then because he's only going to be getting 3 honeycombs instead of all 6, he's going to shoot ahead.
Does Calvin do RBA?
I actually don't know. I always ask about FFM to like throw it in the title, but I actually don't know. But I can see on his splits that he does Bubble Gloop Swamp right after Clankers, and he does Treasure Trove Clove right after Clankers too. So
I don't really know if he does it. What time's his spiral split? 'Cause he might get all 6 honeycombs if he's not doing RBA.
yeah, 245. So
yeah, he's getting all 6.
Yeah, he'd get all 6 with that. And again, he's got Bubble Gloop right after Clankers, so he's not going to be doing RBA for sure. Yeah, no RBA. That's what I figured.
It'll be easy to keep track of who's in the lead then.
Yeah, so I guess he pretty much just does the N64 no RBA FFM route, but with, but you know, just on Xbox.
Yeah, we don't do BGS last because we need the jiggies. I think a bit clip would make it so we could do BGS last.
Yeah. So again, we got another race in the tournament that's pretty heavy PB difference. CalvinNotKlein with a PB of 247.29 and Sunder with a PB of 203.58. So Calvin's gonna have to hope for a little bit of unluckiness to fall on Sunder's way, but he was doing practicing earlier today before the race, so
That line's a bit. He's obviously scared of activating bottles on Calvin.
yeah.
I've fallen foul to that before when I used to do no RBA.
But he got it. I thought Sunder wasn't gonna have enough speed going over the Rat-a-tat, but he managed to make it, so. You're here scouting your next opponent? It's always a mind game to like watch other people, like, you know, I'm of the like I hate racing my opponents when I'm doing tournaments just because if like I'm doing a practice for fun race against them and they beat me, it gets in my head when it comes to race time. So
Doing
it's
the
like,
psychological battle.
yeah.
I was doing the backflip bottle skip. I'm really bad at that.
Ooh, did a Rat-a-tat over. Very daring. But he made it over, so we got 2 bottle skips this race. Very good. No one had to sit around and chat with bottles.
Yeah,
And
it's a big loss on Xbox.
Yeah, especially on Xbox. So of course, starting with FFM, they have all the moves. So going into Mumbo's Mountain, we're going to see Talon Trot right away. I think so far this tournament, there's only been 1 no FFM runner, I think. But
Obviously, Calvin's going to have to get the termite as well because he's doing no RBA.
oh yes.
It's a big load of time again because of Mumbo talking.
Yeah. Kind of sad. I do really enjoy seeing the bee go through all the earlier levels.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, especially going back to Spiral Mountain.
Yeah. Hey there, Oliver. Hey, Eric's. Congrats on your win earlier today.
Eric's fresh from his victory.
Oh, BGS isn't last in the Xbox RBA route? You know, I've seen a lot of races, and yet still what people do, like, never ever sinks in.
Essentially, we do our RBA, but we do the second visit to the levels in between the jiggies.
Yeah.
Oh, just forgot them three.
That's the problem with Scramble Tournament and my scrambled brain, is just like all the routes are sort of combining in my head, so I can't tell what's Xbox, what's N64, what's this runner's skill level, what's that runner's skill level. RBA, no RBA, RRBA, it's all becoming just a clump. It's like when you mash a bunch of different Play-Dohs together. It just forms a big ball of Play-Doh in my head.
That horrible brown colour it goes. I haven't watched a no RBA run since I stopped running it. Like, I got fed up of getting a termite, so I learned the RBA.
I would assume then you're an Xbox runner then, yes?
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't get the ginger. Interesting.
Why is the dog wearing a backpack?
Oh, of course, you don't get the ginger, of course, so you want the jiggy to spawn there.
For some reason, I started watching Calvin, and I was watching him get the honeycomb, then jump to the Jinjo, and I was like, what is Sunder doing? What route is this? And I was like, oh yeah, Sunder's on the left. Duh.
Brilliant. Oh, he's getting the safety eggs.
Yeah, it's just a dog with like a big bird-shaped growth growing out of his like stomach. Why is the dog wearing a bear suit? That was interesting for Sunder leaving that one note from the hut after the second one. I don't know if that saves time at all, but it definitely made for a couple seconds of commentary.
There's a problem on Xbox because you only get 5 eggs, especially in RBA, do Juju. If you get Ghost Egg, you're screwed, like, let's run over.
Yeah.
Because you got to go so far to get eggs.
He jumped right out of the way of the Jiggy. I guess probably on purpose.
Well, he might be going for the overlap.
Oh, maybe. I love the overlap.
I've never got it.
Why is Amber from Genshin Impact cosplaying as Banjo? Because this race happened so soon after I got home from work and I had things to do, I actually didn't get to finish my dailies in Genshin Impact, so that's what I'm doing right after this stream is over. We have to try and save Condi. Condi's already long gone. Condi's not returning from the abyss.
Oh, Calvin's going for fast Congo on Xbox. This is brave.
Oh, he got it.
Nice.
I guess. I don't know if C-upping means he got it.
It doesn't work. You have to see up or get to the witch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the hitbox is funky on Xbox. It's weird.
He's being mind controlled by Path of Exile. Yeah.
He got the overlap. Nice.
Very nice. So 2 Jiggies, 1 cutscene. Very good.
And he's gonna skip a lot of dances now with the termite as well. So.
Mhm. But Sunder already out of Mumbo's Mountain. He got the Jiggy. Didn't need the termite to get up top. So. That was a long way to run around the bottom of the termite hill just to get that Mumbo token.
It's such a shame you can't do termiteness on Xbox. Oh, you got Ghost Egg, see?
Oh, yeah. So, what is Ghost Egg? Is it just like the egg just doesn't shoot?
Yeah, so basically the Jinjo animation, the egg hits that instead, and it gets rid of it. So it can happen in the Grunty fight as well.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's quite annoying. Because if you get double Ghost Egg, that's it. You ain't got enough eggs to do Juju.
So the egg hits the Jinjo that's like spinning around you?
I think it hits the sparkles effect from it
Oh,
flying
and,
around.
oh, and it's
Yeah.
just too many textures on screen, so it like deloads.
Yeah. Yeah. So you takes an egg off you, but you don't get any benefit from it. Yeah, there's
Oh, Trep literally has a ghost egg emote.
I've seen Trap reset so many times to Ghost Egg. He's so unlucky with it.
That's hilarious.
Sun doing TTC. I love the dance scripts of the termite. That's nice. Oh, interesting. You're not supposed to go for this one.
What, the Jiggy?
Yeah, that one you're supposed to get his BK on the way up because of that actually loses you time going as termite.
Oh, yeah. Just because it's so far, like, out of the way.
Yeah.
Maybe forgot.
Yeah, probably. I can't talk. I forgot a Jinjo and cost me 220.
Alright, the classic termite sitting over the last note. Calvin jumping on all the platforms, being super careful.
Is he gonna get the eggs? He is. And the termite's never on the eggs, I've found. Always on the notes.
Yeah. But I guess you probably need to collect both, yeah? I'm not sure what the optimal... Well, I guess this isn't even an optimal route, because it would be as the B, but...
Starting out, I'd get those eggs, because it's quite scary having a low egg count the whole run, but like after a few runs, you could probably skip them.
Yeah.
As long as you get most of the ones around Kongi, you should be alright.
Alright, we got 100 notes. Time to leave. Time to run away from the guy. Man, if Banjo could do wall jumps like Mario 64.
That'd be quite nice.
I feel like this game... I feel like it wouldn't really affect this game much.
You might be able to skip Trot, because you could like wall jump up this ramp here before the 50 note door.
I mean, yeah, maybe. Yeah?
It'd be like...
Yeah, I was gonna say, this game isn't really built for, like, wall jump. Like, all the walls are too far apart or too weirdly sloped, but I guess going up to the 50-note door is, like, the perfect opportunity to put it to good use.
I tell you it would be nice, the BLJs. On Banjo, you could, go right across the level real quick with them.
Yeah. That would be a fun ROM hack, just the entire Banjo-Kazooie map in, like, Mario 64 engine. And you just, like,
oh, yeah.
It's a slippery slope all the way up, and the only way to make it up is to, like, either, I guess, you know, backwards long jump or wall kick up.
It would be interesting, actually, especially if you could, like, nod to Mario could beat Bong.
Wait, cow guy already made a wall jump Banjo-Kazooie ROM hack?
Nice, I might have to have a go on that.
Yeah, cow jump. It's too many words I was trying to think of in my head. I was just so shocked.
Cow jump. Cows even jump.
QTE, like, quick time event? Like Banjo-Kazooie quick time events? I mean, that sounds kind of interesting.
Sun's having a pretty standard TTC. Interesting, you just get some cauldron before TTC. I used to do this, mine, so I didn't forget it.
Yeah. Alright, Sunder taking a pretty big... Ooh, that was nice.
Oh, that was nice.
Barely picked up the honeycomb with Banjo's toes.
Less distance traveled.
Yeah. Alright, got the under the claw strat.
Yeah, that's the thing. On the Xbox, you can't do that thing with the blue ginger at the start of TTC where you flutter up against the fence because the lag-based tricks don't work.
Yeah.
It's just annoying, but it's a small difference in time. Ah.
Sunder gonna escape before taking the second damage. Yep. Grabs a few eggs on his way out. Feel like 2 health here is good. as long as he doesn't, you know, mess up any of his beak bombs. Which, I mean, we have been seeing a lot of people do.
Yeah, the tournament nerves.
Yeah. I mean, plus the crab can be kind of trolly on the upper side, but most people just kind of bail on the Jinjo. Not the greatest.
Oh, ah, shame.
Alright, Sunder resetting up his camera. Oh, I thought he missed one of his eggs, but he managed to get the second one in. Ooh, missed all the feathers on the way up, too.
Calvin just missing a quick dive. It's quite an awkward one I find on that box.
Yeah.
And that token as well.
Oh, that's way too high. Yeah. Oh, just barely missed the honeycomb. If he was a little bit lower on that beak bomb, he would have got both the Jinjo and the honeycomb there. And
that's
again,
a nice beak bombing.
Yeah, beak bombing directly in the alcove. I'm not a big fan of that because you have to do that awkward turnaround for the Jiggy, but Sunder made it work. So just quickly going around, get the Jinjo, get the Jiggy in flight, note, crab, X, all is Gucci.
That's pretty clean so far. Let's see how Calvin does this first flight. I landed here in my race on the note.
Ooh.
Yeah, a rip.
Yeah, landing on the note is pretty bad.
And
Oh, he got stuck under the alcove too, so he's gonna have to. Yeah, he realizes. Hopefully he can make it down far enough. Oh, he got it. Good. That was a good backup.
Feathers? How's he got so many feathers?
Well, he has been going out of his way to grab a bunch of like extra thises and that's. So.
Ah, okay. I think I normally have about 18 there when I take flight.
Yeah, we did see him get like a couple extra eggs in MM as well, so I didn't see like where he got feathers, but he probably Oh, he talked to Bottles?
Really? Does he know that you're not supposed to do that on Xbox, I wonder? It's a big... It's not the red...
Well, I mean, I guess it fills your feathers, yeah?
It's not the red... It's the gold feather text box that takes the longest, and obviously you can't get that without flight, so... It's interesting.
Oh, he doesn't have flight learned on his file. So
Yeah.
he's running with an N64 FFM file.
But he's got eggs. Like, he already knows eggs then, sorry.
No, he didn't learn eggs in MM, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah, so he's already knows eggs, but not flight and gold feathers. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, so... That's kind of weird. Oh, and he landed.
That's the worst place to land. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, so we'll have to ask him about his FFM file. I guess he just decided to, nope, I'm gonna go ahead and just... I'm gonna learn eggs, but not feathers.
Yeah, and I think the best thing to do is to just get them climb the trees at the start of TTC to get your feathers like.
Any percent FFM file? Does any percent have eggs learned?
Let's go in. Oh, he doesn't like it. Oh, because he landed. Oh.
Okay.
Storm didn't know all about any percent. This is the any percent runner. Actually, he's a glitch hunter by trade.
He's an everything by trade.
He's got his fingers in many pies, as they say.
I love how fast it is to just like go down the lighthouse in Xbox.
Yeah, the loads. I think the loads actually cancel out no text skip. I think it makes it close anyway.
Alright, Calvin doing a pretty, ooh, he's not gonna dive far enough from that. Oh, and he dove the other way. He's gonna get nipped.
What Asmi's just said bang on true, for and as per usual as an Asmi quote. Oh, he's gonna have to do good shit.
Oh, okay. That would explain why he's doing TTC instead of clankers first. Well, plus he needs he needs flight to get gold feathers, so I guess he's just decided to do that route instead of, you know, doing clankers first.
Yeah, that's why I like the RBA route more, because you can get clankers out the way real quick, which is quite nice. And then obviously you get your feathers from there. Oh,
Yeah,
no!
just kill the crab.
Oh,
Kill the crab.
no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, hang on, he might be doing the death warp route.
No, he missed. No, he didn't mean to do that. He missed a note in there, so he needs to go back for that note.
He's not doing the death warp route actually, because he hit the red X. So
That was that was definitely not intended.
what a shame.
Yeah, he definitely tried to jump and kill the other crab, but he accidentally grabbed the Jiggy. Yeah, if he didn't grab one note, it would have been. But yeah, he intended to grab that note on the way out.
At least he's remembered to go back for it.
Yeah. Yeah, how tragic. At least he skipped the dance, but I mean, at what cost, right? There we go. Now he's on his way out. Task failed successfully, but it failed,
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, yeah, if he gets the next Jiggy in flight, you get Jiggy despawn glitch, wouldn't he?
Well, the next Jiggy he's gonna grab is the one in the alcove, which he would grab in flight, so...
Oh no. Is he going to crash, or is he going to despawn someone he needs? Oh, he needs to go back for the X, I think he's just realised.
Oh, he didn't grab the X?
It's because it died, it resets.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, any sort of Jiggy stuff like that will reset on death.
Oh,
right?
okay, gotcha. Oh, right, that's right. You don't lose Jinjos and notes, but you do lose setup.
Yeah, like any Jiggy that you've set up but you haven't collected will reset.
So
Well,
when he collects the Jiggy, it won't like crash the game, but it will despawn something. Is that it?
it might crash the game. It depends what flag it's set to from the stuff he's picked. He could despawn a red X as well, because we done it when we were messing around.
Well,
but it could just crash like.
It can be either. Well, maybe he'll land. I doubt he's thinking of it.
I hope he lands. I doubt he's aware of that glitch.
Yeah. Because that's the next Jiggy in the route that he would be getting is in flight, so...
Yeah, Storm's right. It's a bit like SRM. You can manipulate it to despawn certain things. Like, Storm managed to despawn the Rusty Bucket Bay entrance padlock. Doing it, so...
God.
Oh, Sunder missing the bolt jump.
Yeah, that sucks. Hey, come on, Calvin. At this point, like, just jump down and... Just jump down, and if you can't get the camera, just hop down, get leaky, you're good.
I use the penis rock. It looks like a penis, and I stand on the tip of it. And that's my setup, and it works every time for me. I'm immature as well, so it makes me laugh.
Ooh, that was a hot strat from Sunder, pooping eggs on the grate, and then getting into Talon Trot while it collapsed under him. I like that.
Is that an N64 strat then? I suppose we're short on eggs, so we have to do that.
I don't know. I've never seen it before, but it looks
pretty cool. Yeah, it looks cool, and that's the main thing.
Alright, here's the honeycomb, so now he's going to turn around and we'll see what happens.
It's optimal, is it, Asmi? Nice. That's cool to know. We're low on eggs on Xbox, so you can't really...
Oh, he almost landed!
He kind of wants to land.
Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, he got the Jiggy.
Has he despawned something?
I don't see anything that's gone.
It might be something as small as an egg, like.
Oh, yeah. If it was an egg, then that would be... Yeah, it didn't crash. Something despawned, but who knows what.
I'd be interested to know what.
Yeah. I don't see anything gone, so that's important anyway.
I think you could despawn the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can despawn a red X, but the hitbox is still there, so you can still hit it, but it's just not there. Yeah, it's we're messing around, doing a bit of science with it.
Either way, it looks like so far things are good. Meanwhile, Sunder just doing his clankers stuff. All attention was just like scanning Calvin's screen, like what went missing? What went missing?
Yeah, I am literally looking though.
Like, can it be from anywhere in the level?
In this load zone, I think. So yeah, it could even be a note. It could have been a note like or something like that.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's safe. It wasn't any jiggies or notes that he needed, so.
It would have made for some good commentary material.
Yeah, everyone say hi to Asmi.
Hi, Asmi.
At Asmi. Exclamation hydrate.
I was watching Asmi tear apart Treps. Oh, he's gonna get this. Tear apart Treps PB yesterday, and I've got ADHD, and I was actually enjoying learning. If only he taught in my school.
Ooh, Sunder dove a little bit too low, but that's okay.
I love that emote. Did someone say Tony? The best.
Accidentally used the wrong one. You gotta use the right one, so it looks like he's doing it, you know?
Or is he eagerly watching someone do that?
Me too, Divine Beast. Alright, Sunder's all done with his clankers. I wasn't paying attention to a whole lot of it, but it looked pretty standard to me. And according to his splits, it looked pretty on pace.
Yeah, I think he only missed bolt jump. I think the rest of it went fine.
Yeah. So he'll probably lose a little bit of time on his splits. I see he had 7 seconds to save here, so...
Interesting. Oh, he's doing this strat.
Yeah, not doing it in Talon Trot, so... Probably going to be a bit slow on the cycle, but, I mean, he didn't fall, so... Well, yet. He could.
Yeah.
Don't want commentators curse it, you know? Alright, good swim from Sunder.
I don't want to go for the trot, but...
A little long on the air, though. Like, he dove as soon as he could, like, when he jumped in the water, but he made it, like, really far before drowning. That was almost a gold split from him, too. How much time is lost if you die before the last jiggy?
Oh,
a lot.
2 minutes,
Well, it would be a minute, right? Because, well, it's a minute from when you dive, so plus the time it takes to get from the start to the water, so...
Can you get there from the first dive? Can you make it, like?
Probably. I would imagine you could.
No one's ever timed it because they have resets if that happens.
Yeah, you can, because getting from mutant snippets all the way through the pipe up to the honeycomb and then back towards the jiggy is like probably about the same distance, if not lower.
You'd probably lose like 1:10 or something then. Oh.
Commercial break in progress. At least it didn't crash my VLC window, so I don't have to like readjust it. We've been getting a lot of these. Thank goodness some people have been turning off their mid ads. I like that.
I never have ads on. I find it just scares people away.
Yeah.
I'd rather have viewers than a couple of cents on ads. It despawned the stream.
That's great.
It's a shame it didn't despawn the ad.
Yeah.
It's FP early.
Right, that was... Sunder went way far back. I don't think I've ever seen anyone go that far back. Either way, it works for him. He got the first part. Oh, and he's being... Oh, that's too low. Yeah, that was way too low.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I was gonna say, oh, he's being safe and not gonna beak bomb, but I guess he decided, nope, I'm gonna beak bomb anyway. But
I love how savage the fast runners are. They're laughing their ass off with it, though.
Ploth's sabotage worked. What did he tell him to do? Yeah, if he would have beak bombed as the camera was readjusting, he probably would have worked just fine. Well, I thought he was going to be safe and not beak bomb, just fly into the loading zone.
At least he's good at that bit. This looks better.
Yeah, beak bomb now. There we go.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Easy.
that was close.
Ah, it was good enough.
FP 2. Storm's on a big campaign to get everyone to start doing FP 2.
FP early 2 to save lives. Yeah, and lose like all the time.
But what does he save, like 2 seconds or something with FP 2?
It's like killing all the animals, right? In Metroid, Super Metroid. Sunder's had a 203 for a while. Wow. Falcon getting called out for not watching Sunder.
Behind Roger.
You're watching BK right now. How can I believe you after you say that? Got him. Alright, I love that extra little jump onto like the base of the pot. Well, I guess it's not really... Yeah, I guess it's like the land. Either way, I love it.
No luck. Has he got it? Yeah.
Yep. Nice, good slide. We're all nerds. We're sitting on, you know, Twitch watching a speedrun.
Yeah.
Watching 2 speedruns with analysis and commentary. Well, I guess it's not really analysis. We're just repeating what we're seeing. Oh man, Sunder used a lot of feathers there on those buttons.
Oh, is Calvin getting the bolt jump? Ah, he beat busted too early.
That was a really, really low attempt at YOLO Star.
He's running out. He's got not many feathers.
Yeah, Sunder only has 3 feathers left. Yay, nerds! I know, I love it, right? And yeah, my analysis isn't based on Kazooie. I'm more of a 2E analyzer. Yeah, Sunder's not that screwed. I mean, there's a lot of extra feathers on this slope here that he can get to, and then he'll get a bunch of feathers on the scarf.
He's got plenty for the Slushes, isn't he?
Yeah. Any percent strat time? Nope, looks like he's just going right across. I would love to see a runner jump on the end of the tail once. That's a very good question.
What, Sunder's route in FP? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
really.
I think he's doing a combination of like the new strat and the old strat, but he couldn't do the beak bomb into the pipe jiggy because he didn't have enough feathers to actually do it. So he got a bunch of others and then like beak bombed a snowman and then like went up to the pipe. Actually, I don't even know if he beak bombed the snowman. I was looking over at Calvin's, but
I don't think he did. No.
Yeah, he went straight up to the pipe. So I think at that point, Sunder probably should have just done the old route.
This is Calvin's big time loss now, is how long Bottles goes on about gold feathers. He just keeps talking and talking and talking.
Yeah, Sunder paused to see how many feathers he had, and he's looking a little low, so he's grabbing the extra feathers in the tree, so he should be about good now. Did Sunder fail something at TTC? Yeah, well, he failed FP early, but then he also failed grabbing the Jinjo with the beak bomb, so he had to cycle around, so that used an extra feather as well. But yeah, the FP early fail used up a lot of his feathers.
He's got like Xbox level feathers at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, he has way more than enough for the snowman here. Only uses 5 feathers.
Maybe more than
Yeah,
that.
well, yeah, you got 1 to take off, 1 to beak bomb through the clip, another to beak bomb over, and then a couple to use, and then a 3rd beak bomb.
That was clean into Mundo's hut.
I keep thinking you use 1 to take off. Yeah. So we're all wrong at 6. Oh, no. Falcon was right at 7, yeah. And Asmi. For some reason, I combined the 1 to clip, 4 for height, and 1 to beak bomb.
How many do you use for
I forgot about the
FP early?
second.
FP early 2 then, Storms? Because if it's better on feathers, it might be better at something.
I don't know. It takes me a billion feathers in Kazooie to do everything because I can't fly properly. I'm always I'm so used to the first person flying in 2E, so you can just beak bomb wherever you want.
It handles really differently in 2E, doesn't it? Fly and swimming.
Yeah.
Less feathers on FP early 2.
Alright, we got Sunder doing left leg or right leg, depending on your perspective.
Yeah, Banjo is bouncing. His bag's like flying off his back.
Bouncy flying? I don't know what you mean by bouncy flying.
It's like the animation. He's like jiggles up and down as you're flying along.
Oh, I've never noticed.
Yeah, it's like grabbing the treble clef in Mayhem Temple in flight. Like if you don't want to do the beat bomb strat, trying to just like drop down on it's quite hard because you keep going up and down.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer in 2E the handling on it.
Alright, Sunder grabbing 1 extra note just so he doesn't lose the race. It looked like he took a couple extra detours along the way just to get extra feathers. Like, Sunder is literally just trying to get like as many feathers as he possibly can.
You reckon you're going to see cheat there?
Calvin's going for like the ultimate safety swim. He jumped as far into the water as he could there, so...
I used to do that, so I was too scared to dive quick.
Oh, I still do that. One is the fast strat, not 2. I feel like I see lots of people do 2.
See, this is why, yeah. He's obviously not comfortable with the honeycomb.
Yeah. I mean, if you get stuck in there, you're just, like, screwed. Or if you miss the honeycomb.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, something bad could always happen.
That should be Clanker's motto.
Yeah, I don't know about Clankers. Maybe Gobies.
Oh, yeah, Gobies. That's another advantage of Xbox RP. The Gobies route's a lot nicer.
Yeah.
We're only there for like 7 minutes in the first trip. I hate Gobies like a run killer.
Alright, so we got CalvinNotKlein going to open up Bubble Gloop now. Not getting bit off by the Champa. Very nice. Look at his nice healthy feather count compared to Thunderstorm.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. It's a good chance to refill feathers on the scarf here. Hopefully we don't see any missing notes on the scarf.
Well, like Hag.
That's the meme of... one of the memes of the tournament anyway.
My favourite thing that's happened in the tourney so far is Schlongster asking his wife to translate what happened when pooping the egg.
I mean, that was me who said that, and I was like, it does sound weird, yeah.
I was like, oh man, I was laughing so hard at that.
It's one of those things that like comes with, you know, you have your own lingo, right? So.
Oh yeah, it makes
hard to
sense for us because we
translate.
play it, but like, it must have been so weird to hear that. I got to say that in Japanese. That was funny. That was a good race, that one.
Alright, Sunder taking no damage into Boggies. I actually didn't see how much health he had, so maybe he's good enough. Didn't want to lose any. And we all know he has at least 3 because we can't see his health on screen.
I reckon he got 6.
I mean, if he has 6, I mean, that's not bad.
You should have took the damage if he had 6.
Well, it's not optimal, but it is a race, so, you know, what could always be safe, right?
Oh yeah, better safe than sorry.
Yeah. We saw 1 death due to not getting out of the water fast enough yesterday.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
I always feel like it's really close, even though it's not. You're just like, I'm gonna drown. Well, not drown, but like freeze, I guess. Oh, Sunder missed the slalom.
Ah, rare.
Well, at least now he's gonna have a real. Yeah, why?
Calvin doing the death walk route from BGS.
Who died to the water? Oh, I don't remember who raced yesterday.
I can't remember the name over.
It was the race. It was the race I hosted yesterday. Or no, it was the race Pixel hosted yesterday, I think. I can't remember if it was mine or Pixel's.
All we can confirm is it happened in Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah. It happened in Banjo-Kazooie, and it happened yesterday, last night. Oh, and it was definitely during my race. Who did I cast last night? No, it was the race after Mooseman and Banjos. It was Nade and
yeah.
Avio. Avio died early.
He's got loads of time to get on those.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, Avio had to run all the way back from the start of the level to Waz's cave to grab the honeycomb and then re-death warp. Alright, post-death warp, lots of health on Calvin.
Sander's swimming in feathers now.
Yeah.
Ah.
Who suddenly
he
started to
started-
play Tui, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
I mean,
Game over.
hopefully Engine Room will be a little bit kinder to, you know, these guys than yesterday.
I don't know if Arex dies in Engine Room, but I didn't, so Engine Room's been nice to me today.
No ice key? Where ice key? Gone. The ice key to my heart. Gone. Alright, so little bit of a rough freeze easy peak from Sunder. He's really got nowhere to go but up from here, for sure. Imagine if the devs made this game designed for speedrunning. I mean, it's been shown that, you know, games that are designed for speedrunning, like, turn out pretty good.
One thing I learned today, that hut jumps don't actually save that much time on Xbox, because you don't get the lag from smashing the hut.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I thought it would be just as much time save. It makes sense.
Yeah, I guess in the end it's like still slower, but
Yeah, it's
faster.
It's faster, slower.
Yeah.
Yeah, still what Storm says, right? There's a guy called Logic versus Nation who's got a 5-second time to
Yeah,
hack the leaderboard.
I was about to say, like, almost every online leaderboard is, like, hacked by someone. But, I mean, it's pretty easy to, like, look down a list of times for a game and be like, fake, fake, fake.
I'm pretty sure Nade deliberately left the honeycombs out because it doesn't track honeycombs on this, so he could be higher up the leaderboard. Like, he rooted them out.
Alright, so we got MMM early from Sunder, and he did not pause on the right frame, so he's got to run it all the way back. We've been seeing a trend of this lately.
Do what Storm does and only learn early frame.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good way to do it. I would just have a notepad open with, like, both of the setups. That's what I have for my bit clips for TUI. Alright, I didn't see which frame that was, but I think it was the early frame.
It just early frame only is the strat, isn't it, Storm?
Alright, 2 real quick pauses.
These bit clips blow my mind out. It's insane. Especially the 2E ones, they're even more precise, aren't they?
Wow, that was pretty fast.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from having to, like, you know, do it again, Sunder had really good pauses on his twirlies.
Oh, Calvin's not good at that final croc, so I'm terrible at it.
TSR Storm actually learned late frame.
I don't believe him. Has he learned Tumblr yet?
Do we have any more runs today? No, I think. I think this is the last one. Yeah, the next race isn't until tomorrow. And Pixel will be hosting that one. Calvin having a hard time starting up the
He's glitched it now as well, I think. Oh no, he might be right.
Yeah, he grabbed the Mumbo token, I guess, when he went back, but then I guess he froze again.
Tumblr's a hard strat.
Alright, so after hitting the yellow turtle, he kind of went forward. Not what you want to do on the first one, because you still got to do more turtles.
Yeah, I always go back, like, closer to the blue one with that.
Yeah, I guess optimally, yeah, you want to be kind of closer to the center. Or, you know, like, somewhere inside the turtle circle.
Yeah.
You know, you walk into tank top, all of them just kind of stare and look at you. One of us.
I got Napa skip for the first time ever today in the race. I was hyped. Is he gonna get it?
Yep, he sure did.
Nice.
And teleported the door.
And smashed the doors in it as well.
He didn't break it. It just teleported him, like, on top of him.
It was still lit. Yeah, when I done it, I broke the door. I wanted to see the door on the flight pad, but it was broke by the egg. So crazy why it does that.
Where can you see the brackets? Yeah, just type !bracket. And we got the brackets for all the active tournaments on the channel, which there are 2 of right now. There's this one, and the Press F to Bingo tournament.
Oh, that link's broken for the Press F to Bingo.
It is?
Yeah, yeah, it needs a space after the colon. You can't click it though.
Yeah, you can click it for me. Works for me just fine.
I can click the bottom one, but not the top one.
Oh. That sounds like a you problem.
Bloody scuffed computer.
Yeah, I can click it just fine, so...
That's weird. What web browser do you use?
Chrome.
Yeah, I need to get rid of Opera then.
We have an Opera user.
I won't use Chrome. It like tanks your RAM though.
Maybe that's why my stream's always dropping.
Yeah, I found
don't
since
know.
the only thing is the Twitch seems to take age to load, but once it's loaded, it's fine.
Yeah, I like it better than Firefox, so.
Ah, you go. Yeah, ask me. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, the colon and the HTTP.
Oh well. Opera users, put a space in there. For everyone else, just click the link like everyone. I hate having to log into the Nightbot site because it makes me want to log into the Banjo Race account to change anything on it. And I'm always logged in on my own account, so. That's why every time I like go on like, you know, the other account, I always load up the channel with 7TV stuff. I got 1,000 slots, I may as well use them, right? Back to the race. Not really much to say other than pretty standard. I guess Sunder's going for the Jinjo Jiggy cutscene skip. The dance skip, and he gets it. And he gets a token. He actually got the token before, like, when he landed, instead of having to do it after. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before. You can't see the times of the races on the bracket. You have to join the Discord for that. We have a race schedule channel in the Discord. So, join the Banjo Race Discord. And there will be a channel called Race Schedule in the top left, and it'll show everything that's scheduled. It only shows races up to like a week in advance, up to 15 races on a page, but everything gets added in the event tab because Captain Cole's Your Bot is so excellent. Alright, we got Mr. Vile happening on Calvin's side. Sorry guys, but no Vile song from me. This is a family stream. One day I'll have a list of all the Nightbot commands under the stream, but you gotta find them all. Gotta catch them all, am I right?
It's a high score at Vile.
A high score of what?
Like 33 first round and you got all the things.
Oh yeah. 33 is a pretty good score.
Yeah, I mean, I normally end that with about 25, 26 after getting everything. Your toddler's listening.
Alright, well. That's on you then. Yeah.
I found it better at controlling my language on this channel. On my channel, it's horrific.
It's okay. Toddlers can barely understand English anyway.
It's like one of their first words, like it's something they badly first. It's always the way.
Yeah. Banjo. Ooh, that was a nice damage boost up on top of the pew from Sunder. Took damage from the teehee, but at least, you know, didn't get knocked off the top of the pew.
Ah, Calvin, no.
Accidentally ate a Grumbly when he wasn't supposed to. But sometimes, you know, when you're hankering for Grumblies, you just can't. The Yumblies just won't do. No, you're gonna go.
This is hopefully he doesn't make any more mistakes now.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the shoes, so it'd be pretty hard, but I mean, there's always like RNG. If all the Yumblies spawn in bad spots, then I mean, I'm not gonna cast or curse it. Just saying. He is getting pretty bad luck here, but jump, jump, jump! Oh no.
I was getting trolled.
Oh, no!
They were
Okay,
Oh,
okay, it looks like he's good.
He's
He's good. He's good.
He's alright.
He's good. He just barely. Oh, and look at that Sunder got a washing machine.
Washing.
All right, we got a washing machine. I feel like we're getting
Oh.
Mr. Vile text.
That's
No,
bad on
that's not what
Xbox.
you want to see. That's so much text. I feel like we've seen a lot of washing machines this tournament so far.
I had one earlier as well. Did someone have a T-Rex yesterday? I think two
Yeah.
people. One got T-Rex and one got a washing in BGS.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
in BGS, Nade got T-Rexed and Avio got washing machined.
That's crazy.
Like 5 minutes apart from each other or less. And that extra sucks for Nade because he's on Xbox too, right? So.
Yeah, it's a big loss on Xbox.
But I mean, at least you know people who'd never seen a T-Rex before got to see it. T-Rex is pretty rare. Oh no, Calvin's got the endless camera jumping.
I never touch the camera there because it's a nightmare.
I hold R to like adjust it, but I never like rotate it. You get to see the T-Rex spell. You don't get to see the actual T-Rex.
You get to see some subliminal advertising for TUI.
There's a lot of advertisement for TUI. Well,
Yeah,
not advertisement, but foreshadowing. You
Yeah, it's
got
pretty
Gobi running off to the lava world.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought I'd missed a level, and I was like looking around Grunty's lair for a lava world.
Well, there's, you know, Furnace Fun. That's where everyone I know, like, looked for Gobi. Just like, where's Gobi in Furnace Fun, you know?
I was looking by Gobi's Valley picture, like, because there's lava in there. For ages. I was like, I must have missed something. I've only got 900 nodes.
Yeah, Jam Jars was an answer during a Furnace Fun question, too, yeah.
Yeah, and Humblewumber.
Oh, was Humbawumba on a Furnace Fun answer as well?
Yeah, so the one that asked who... I think it's the Mumbo picture question. Is it not even a modified engine then, Asmi? Is it a completely different type?
Yeah, if they were more similar, it would probably be a lot easier to break TUI than it is.
Yeah, it's modified, so it is similar to Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time then, where it's like the same engine but like upgraded. Or like Bethesda whenever they release a new game and they keep upgrading their 20-year-old engine.
Yeah, I like Majora's Mask's engine. The only thing I don't like about it is Majora's Mask has a big problem with camera flipping as well.
I don't like how the targeting works on it. Like you can't like do a quick 180 and backwalk.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
you can. There is a way.
you can, but if you played way too much OOT like I did, it's really strange. Like.
All right, Sunder. He's on his reset. Going to Gobi's Valley now. Shout out to Banjo Runner. Want to shout out a Banjo Runner?
I don't know. I shouted out so many people last time. I can't think of anyone. You shout go like, because when's GR go?
I mean, Gogo. Yeah, I guess Gogo hasn't streamed GR in a while, right?
Yeah, when is GR go?
Need to beat your old Tass.
I have yet to play GR. But Gogo's slowly persuading me.
Yeah, I tried once, but I just can't play it. Oh no! Calvin fell! He like landed on the tree. Oh, and Sunder's doing the gold feather across the sand. I feel like most people have just been tanking the damage and doing the strat anyway, but Sunder wants a good couple attempts at this. Alright, we got double I guess it's not even double yellow star. It's just failed star and star again.
Yo-fo. You only fail once. It's strange that he's doing FP.
See,
now.
I found a lot of people just tank the damage, do this, and then go for Gobi Clip once. And then, like, that's it.
See, Calvin doing FP.
Ooh, we got it.
Quite odd, because you normally do it literally right before Rusty Bucket Bay and no RBA.
Do
so you
which?
Get the layer. You normally do FP just before Rusty Bucket, like say your third to last level, because you can get the layer jiggy from Mad Monster Mansion and Free CZ Peak in the same flight.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He failed. He voided behind the loading zone. He almost was fine, but then he waited like an extra quarter second before hitting that B button. But he failed. He failed.
No, I'm out of Red Bull.
It gives you wings. Calvin, what are you doing? Okay, he got up.
My wings have gone. Oh, matching pyramid prediction. Interesting.
What are the options?
70 plus. Woo. All the way down to 65 minus.
75 plus. Is it even possible to get a 75?
No, 70 plus.
Oh, 70 plus. I don't know why I heard 75. I was like...
65 minus, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously 69.
Yeah, like getting a 71 on the timer, like, who can even do that? I mean, better end it soon. Like, he's gonna be entering the pyramid in a second. You gave it way too much time. Oh, when he enters the pyramid? Oh, that was a hot kill on the mummy. A pretty, like, late kill on the mummy, too. He was, like, entirely inside. Yeah, it's not ended. Oh, I guess it is ended, but it still shows the tick down.
Hold on a second. Let me get my points back at least.
Oh, he missed the note! We're getting a 68!
Oh, no! He was like a frame off. Well, rip my points.
He was so close to, like, fulfilling everyone's dream, and then, nope. The one note.
He threw that. He threw that. He had points on 68.
Yeah. I mean, we know he's in chat. He saw the prediction. There was collusion. He has an undertable deal. Someone check the entrance on the prediction to see if he was in on that. It would have been a 69 if he didn't have to go for the note again.
He could have got 70 if it wasn't for the gold feather thing. Nobody bound 68.
Rip everyone's points. I wish I had points to bet again. Oh, he fell off.
Thunder, no. See, Calvin gets the notes.
Yeah. Ooh, he didn't get that first note on the snowman's leg.
This is gonna be tight now. Oh.
Oh, he didn't grab the jiggy either. Oh, well, he's gonna grab it during banjo. It looked like he got all the notes under the left leg already, so he'll just grab the note and the jiggy on the banjo race. You put 10 on 66? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Asmi just got... Hello?
Oh. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, Calvin, no!
Asmi
No,
didn't get
Calvin.
points like refunded. He just got, you know, points from watching the stream. Oh my God, Calvin, you're so far behind Boggy. And he didn't get any of the notes on the house, did he?
No, I think he missed the ones in the water, so you have to keep turning around for him.
Oh. But I mean, like, he didn't get any notes on the house? Like,
He panicked.
like I've seen people get, you know, one note and then pass through, but I didn't see if he jumped up and just missed all of them. It's actually kind of impressive if he did.
It's just harder to not get any. Right, is water pyramid clip gonna go well?
Looks good to me. Yep. Easy. I haven't seen anyone miss it yet so far.
Apparently, Alex went past the note and ended up underneath the sand.
Oh.
I was told in our race, like, obviously I didn't see it.
I mean, do you stay out of bounds or do you beak bomb in, like, in the moat?
I think he was like paddling in the water underneath, from what I heard.
Oh, okay.
Like, if he would have died there, I could have won.
Asmi's retired. No, I guess Asmi would do commentary. He doesn't play anymore. He just likes to tell everyone else how to play.
Backseat runner.
Yeah, shots fired. Commentary retirement home. Yeah, population at me. Whoa, what is this? That is the sick backwards camera.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever... Oh. Calvin's stream crashed again. This happened before as well. Let's start that up again, I guess.
I can still see it. I can just see his milliseconds on his splits now. Oh no, hang on, that's the other one. I've got the same. Yeah, I was wondering what. That's ADHD for you, that is.
They're synced.
I didn't even know I was watching the same stream twice.
Let me get this started up again.
This race is so close.
Alright, there we go.
Oh, gold BGS.
Alright. Things looking good again. Big pog. Alright.
In before commercial break in progress incoming.
Everyone saw the big chungus. Alright, so who knows what happened during during that short break, but yeah, always watching.
It's nice. Yeah, nice.
Man, I hate it when I have like stuff like this happening during races, because then I get like, when I come back, all of a sudden it's like, what am I even watching? Like, I just start getting flustered. Alright, good beak bomb from Sunder. Getting the sound glitch.
Nice. That was a nice jump.
It's always nice seeing people get the jump onto the square pyramid. Or the water pyramid, I guess.
Someone called it a layer cake the other day.
The layer cake. I like that. We can call it the layer cake. It's got tiers, square tiers. It's like a square, like, wedding cake, you know?
I like thinking the film, though, man.
And then, like, you know, the notes, the eggs, and the feathers, like, all around are, like, decorations. Like little sprinkles or something.
Be quite a good banjo for your cake. You could
Oh
have,
man, we got sports ball happening in chat.
sports ball. What type of sports ball?
Sports
Is it American
ball.
hand egg? American hand egg.
I don't know, it's something. I don't follow sports. I only follow like the Olympic sports that don't get played like the rest of the year, like badminton.
I watch snooker and beach volleyball.
I enjoy watching snooker.
Yeah, there's the
It's
protest the other
it's
day.
not big in North America, but
No, it's mainly Britain and China.
yeah, I saw there was some drama this year.
Yeah.
Like, did
Yeah,
someone
they-
like walk in with like a bomb or something?
No, so what they've done was two guys, and there's two matches going on at once, but it wasn't on TV. They're idiots. It was on red button coverage. So they got on the one got tackled off the table, and the other one put like orange powder all over the table, and they had to stop the match and they forfeit. They had to replay the match the next day.
Oh.
But like it wasn't on TV, so it was a complete wasted protest.
Oh,
Like, no,
gotcha.
yeah, like most people only seen it on like social media. Yeah, they completely wrecked the table, which they're just up oil, which ironically it probably cost a load of like fuel to get the guy there to recloth the table, and
Yeah.
it's pretty stupid. Yeah,
All right.
it-
Go ahead.
you never see excitement at a snooker game. It's crazy.
I don't know. I think the good trick shots are,
Oh yeah.
exciting. Anyway, CalvinNotKlein, he has the ice key there, but the wall was broken, so it's like ice key's just sitting there waiting for him to grab it, but hasn't quite done it.
On Xbox, if you've got a 2E save, it unlocks all the stop and swap stuff. So you'd have to put the codes in.
Yeah, but
It's a-
he didn't have the ice key grabbed. It's just waiting for him to grab it.
Yeah, I'd grab it. It's annoying, really, because when you come back as the B, if that ice isn't there, you end up flying into the bloody key room.
Yeah. Slipped off the entrance pad on his way out of Freeze Easy Peak.
Oh, that pipe is such a troll.
I feel like that pipe, it looks like it's just part of the wall, but it sticks out. Oh, Sunder missed the note. It sticks out so far from the wall, yet it looks like it's just flat against the wall. It's like
I
the
hate
weirdest pipe.
That pipe's a troll.
Alright, CalvinNotKlein, he's going to be going all the way over to the MMM puzzle.
MMM on time.
A long swim. Yeah, I feel like MMM early, like, a lot of people have been getting the setup real fast, but it's getting that pause frame that's giving people trouble, which I feel like it should be the other way around, but, yeah. And yeah, swimming, not very exciting. It is much more exciting watch people go for MMM early, but when you're watching people just run back and forth between the loading zone and the, ooh, it was way too far away.
Yeah, he should have flattened there. He would have probably got it then.
Yeah. Well, he was just too far away when he jumped out of the water. I think he did flutter, but he was just too far away.
That's about the most exciting bit on the swimming section there.
Sunder with a pretty fast engine room, so that's good. I don't know, the optimal swim I'm like trying to figure out is the fast swimming without fast swimming in 2E.
Yeah, I've been having a go at that. It's quite hard, the timing on it.
Yeah. I would enjoy that or learning that for the Bingo Grand Finals. But we'll see.
It's a shame you can't do it on BK.
I know it's not 2E. I'm just talking about it.
It's in the banjo verse.
That's up to Cole and Brad.
Oh, he's getting that token. What?
I didn't know there was a token there.
Like, it's probably one of the slowest tokens in the game.
Yeah, I guess one that you have to swim to, but... That's interesting. I guess, I mean, there are so many like, I don't know how many tokens there are in the game. There's like 130 or something like that.
Something
I don't
like
know.
that.
Something like that. There's probably less. Asmi will come in with a proper number.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was TSR. I expected Asmi to come in with that one.
Yes.
That hot
Still,
number.
Somebody's been on the wiki.
Yeah. I mean,
he didn't say. He could have said 115 or 116 if you get the two.
I'm sure
That must
TSR could have said any number, and we'd be like, ah, yes, all right, yes. Token knowledge is from randos. Oh, that may make sense.
I think it's 75 you need for all transformations. So why they put so many in the game, I don't know.
Well,
Unless
it's
there's a
just because
transformation.
if they put in exactly the number of Mumbo tokens you needed to like do all the transformations, it would be just non-stop looking for tokens because you need to find that one token. So they were very good about it. All right, Sunder grabbing the Jiggy a little bit too late, or too early, I mean. But at least he got biffed in the direction of the and exit.
There's stormed with the fact of Mavlock's Mansion dual flag token. He's getting that. How is he? Yeah, he hasn't got many tokens, is he? It's because he done FP. Yeah, this is why you should do FP later in the run, see?
Yeah, I mean, for our RBA, I just do MMM before or I do Gobies before FP and MMM, just because it's like, you know, load up on tokens before I spend them all.
Yeah, well, we have to do BGS, FP, then MMM back to back in RBA. So it's pretty tight on tokens. But obviously he's used 5 for 2, so he's even less.
Thanks, Electric. I say biffed a lot when people get like smacked around in banjo games. I mean, it's just the perfect word, you know? Everyone knows what you mean when you say someone gets biffed.
That's clean, that's under movement.
It's like, you know, like an old Batman, like onomatopoeia.
Yeah, when Robin hits someone, it says biff.
Yeah.
They should print that back into the serious, like, Zack Snyder Batman films to be hilarious. Like, pow.
Ooh, Sunder just dodging the TNT box. Feel like I just, like, always get hit by it.
Always goes lifeboat jump.
Very nice. I like. Asmi will never be referencing no pog in any timing ever. Is that good or bad?
I'll just assume that any percent is no pog.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta say it with the emote, though. Spell pog with the capital P, just so you get the...
Pog jam.
Yeah.
I suppose Trap's the real pog jam. He got world record, doesn't he? The only person who wants to learn pog.
Man, every time I see people get that Jiggy, like, so many memories of you know, use gold feathers and break the thing, kill the dude, but then you jump and grab the Jiggy before you kill the Champa with the feathers.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just kills you. It's always so sad.
Oh, fair. Falcon through his match, didn't he?
Yes. It looked unintentional, though. Yeah.
I think if it wasn't intentional, he's trying
Yeah,
to make it
he styling a little too hard, and then all of a sudden Grunty just went horribly, horribly wrong.
I think he got trolled by picture questions as well. Nice dog skip, though.
No. Falcon didn't throw, he just, like, didn't mean to lose. Yeah. He was styling, but then Grunty was like, nah. We're taking this by the helm.
Is it 2 picture questions, I think, then fell off after getting info?
Huh?
I think got 2 picture questions for did all 1, and then fell off and had to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
It's like cost you serious, though. Some interesting routing going on here.
Yeah, I'm already like not super familiar with like the route, but I mean when people start doing other routes, it's like
MMM should be the same as on N64. I think, to my knowledge.
Well, he pooped an egg into the Sphinx face when he was in Sphinxy, so that's like that egg makes up for it, yeah. Give an egg, take an egg.
Mold in there, that's a good
Leave an egg. Read the
Storm
manual.
Storm needs to take notes at Tumblr here.
Sorry, open the manual. But it saves tenths. Yeah. Ooh, Snacker spawning right in Sunder's way. But he's making it out. Giving him the old peck. Peck. Having to wait a lot less time to do this Jiggy dance skip than he did in Mumbo's. Alright, Sunder got lots of health, so he's... I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm used to the swimming across the level instead of getting up, but I don't know what's faster. Everyone does this room differently.
I beat bomb across into the wall.
Yeah, I thought you only did that if you had 2 health. I don't know. There's a different strat. Everyone does a different strat. I don't know what's optimal. People do the old strat where you swim across, then you beak bomb into the water, then you get up and run, then you beak bomb into the wall. It's like...
Is that beak bomb and bonk, or is that...
Is the beak bomb bonk the fastest, or the beak bomb into the water the fastest? The old strat.
There we
Gotcha.
go. Wow, I'm accidentally doing the fastest way.
Yeah, I guess if you beak bomb bonk, then you have to take just an extra damage on the Flotsam, because the Chomp will probably put you too high. I don't know what the optimal damage route is anyway, so... I don't know, let's just get down to 1 health.
Is Leaf Jump gonna go well?
No.
Ah.
Leaf Jump never goes well. It went well that time, though. But one time a little too late. Sunder's like, I want that feather! If anyone swims all the way across and yell at them. I think I do that in my PB. But my PB was also during the first novice tournament, which was like 2018 or 2019, so... Or maybe it was later. I actually don't remember when that tournament was. Everything like pre and post COVID just kind of were a blur. I don't remember what even happened on Twitch.
I worked all through COVID, so it was just like a ghost town everyone the way they worked for me.
Yeah. I mean, if someone scrolls down on Twitch, you'll see the date of the tournament. I put dates on everything, so someone can correct me. Banjo-Kazooie 100% Novice Tournament 1. Alright, Still haven't seen a Click Clock Wood early. Will we? Will we? Maybe. It would be really cool to see in a tournament race, but it would also be really unfortunate to see a failed one in a tournament race.
Does Duck do it? We haven't seen Duck race. Everyone keeps forfeiting.
Yeah. Well, he only had one race so far, but that race didn't happen because he had a bye already. So. Duck will do it. Yeah.
Duck runs no FFM as well, doesn't he?
Huh?
I think Duck runs no FFM as well, doesn't he?
No, he'll run FFM.
I remember him campaigning to get the switch round, so it's just standard as no FFM, and then you have to say yes FFM if you're doing FFM.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's faster. Oh, Calvin missed. Oh, and he even fell behind the pipes too. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, novice tournaments are really fun, and you see a lot of PBs happen in novice tournament just because, you know, when everyone's PB is bad, it's really easy to get a better time. Like, we've already seen a lot of people PBing in this tournament, and it's only been going on for like 2.5 weeks, right? So. Or maybe 3, I don't know.
Oh no, this first round's going by a lot quicker than I thought it would.
I'm pretty sure the first match was like April 12th or 13th, something. Yeah, I'm glad that it's going by well, because when I saw how many people were in it, I was like, this tournament's going to take so long. But everything seems to be going well. People are scheduling their matches right away. It's really nice to see. And it makes it really easy on me and Pixel, for sure, and the rest of the hosts. Sunder actually ran right by a red feather. It looks like his nightmare is over. He no longer needs to collect feathers.
Ah, the old feather famine.
Yeah, the feather famine is over. The red will flourish again.
Nice, Calvin with the bus strap there.
Making sure to get all the notes before... Oh no! Is he gonna fall off the roof? I hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Couldn't quite mash his flutter. Alright, back on the roof. Cleaning up the rest of the notes. And that's pumpkin time. Sunder with a pretty quick clip. Out of bounds there. So he gonna be entering summer. Saved a little bit of time in his spring one. Some people just know a lot of stuff, Falcon. It's a blessing, because you can just, you know, at them anytime, endlessly, for information. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I mean, people with good execution are great to time stuff. Time stuff, be like, yep, it's faster, and then it doesn't matter. Time stuff, and then hide the strats. Be the real toxic speedrunner. Alright, Calvin getting some gold feathers in here. Taking a bite from the Champa too, so that puts him down to 2. So he'll be all set for a good death warp inside the well. Nah, Bit Clips was the revolution Banjo needed.
Oh, I thought the skeleton was going to give him a 1 health well then.
1 health well is just scary.
I hate it. Even on Xbox, it's still scary.
A grunty quiz tournament? I mean, SHM hosted something like that once. I think I have it saved under the exhibitions. Oh, now he's doing 1 health well. Yeah, if you look under my exhibition playlist on the Twitch collections, I think it's in there. I don't know if it was on his channel or if it was on this channel. But if it was on this channel, I saved it. Oh, and then Asmi hosted a quiz show right before the end of one of his tournaments, too. Asmi, what tournament was that? That was the, it was a BK tournament, right? Was that the No FFM tournament or something? Or no, yeah. Yeah, No FFM tourney, that's right.
Becoming smart is hard, Go-Go. It's just a lot of work.
Oh, that was about the contents of the tourney, right? It wasn't like a banjo-y quiz. Alright, we've got, I was gonna say the reset coming from, the reset coming from Calvin, but I forgot. It's on Xbox, it's not a reset, it's a save and quit.
Yeah, it's really fast though.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh!
Sunder, no! I don't know how he fell. He made it all the way up and then just accidentally slid off.
He's throwing for content.
I think I have a couple clips saved of people smashing controllers and carts. I think I have a couple clips of Hag chucking his Banjo Tooie cart. Good times, good times. Yeah, Sunder cruising through summer. And then he falls. Exclamation mark cruising.
Oh, I violently raged at BK many times. I think 3 picture questions in a row on a PB pace made me rage quit runs. I didn't even finish the run. I was like, right, that's it, I'm ending stream.
It's not cruising, Go-Go, it's cruising. Yeah, I've never had, like, much violent rage at a game because it's just not worth getting upset over. But I have gotten, like, really depressed from, like, losing really good runs. Like, you know those runs where you're like 3 minutes ahead of your PB late game and then you just lose it and you're like, man, that was the best pace I've ever been on, and you just feel sad about it.
Yeah,
I've had that a lot.
I had it yesterday. I forgot the blue ginger in CCW.
Yikes.
I was on for a 217 and I got the 226 in the end because my head went like.
Yeah. Leading up to my current any percent no DCW PB, I had a run that was like on a 244 pace, and I was like really psyched, and then I lost it. So, I gotta go back and get it one day. It seems I can't escape speedrunning no matter how hard I try, so I may as well, right? I just love watching races, so it gets me excited to play the game.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun watching this tournament so far. I think I've watched most of the races though. It looks like Calvin's doing the RBA route, yeah. But with no RBA.
Calvin's been doing a mix of a bunch of different routes, it looks like, through the levels.
Yeah. The level order's like a bit different.
Yeah.
It's like a mix of no RBA and RBA.
It's like, it's like a VO, like, yesterday he was doing a, he was doing the no RBA route, but then he did MMM early in it. Like, I'd never seen that before, but it was really funny. But I mean, that's the wonderful thing about the Scramble tournament. You can do whatever you want, wherever you want. Calvin is doing the Calvin Bunky Special Rowdy Foudy. For some reason, like, you know, as I was scanning ahead, I saw 40 and then I had to pause because I was like, wait, that says Foudy.
See, because I'm British, I'd say
Which,
Calvin
yeah,
Bunkies.
which sounds like Welsh whale is saying 40, but you know.
Well, I'd say Rooty Footy there.
Footy, not
Yeah,
Foudy.
oh, yeah, to make it rhyme with Rooty now. But yeah, Foudy.
Avio is an MM speedrunner. I used to be an MM speedrunner. I started speedrunning on an MM. I only did a couple runs after wrong soaring got found.
What did you run? 80%.
Yeah, I wasn't good enough for 100%.
So it must be hard with Jaws Mask 100%.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot harder now than it used to be too. Like Majora's Mask, every category has gotten like so much harder over the years. And back then the hardest thing was lullaby skip.
What is it possible to do it in one cycle? Yeah.
No, you always have to do the first cycle because nothing's loaded outside Clocktown on the first cycle.
That meant like the second proper cycle then, the one where you can actually get out.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's insane.
It's just not faster.
That's insane. No, I've been able to do it in one 3-day cycle.
Yeah, it's just not faster because you used to save time with you know, clipping out of bounds out of the bosses and saving as you get the remains, and that like resets your cycles.
Yeah, SRM's just way above my genius level. I get how it works, I just wouldn't be able to do it like.
Yeah, I mean, any percent was always possible in one cycle, sort of.
To be honest, I've watched a lot of Ocarina of Time speed runs, but not many Majora's Mask.
Just the old route wasn't.
Oh, how did he fly through there and miss the honeycomb? I didn't know if that was.
That was actually. Oh, he landed on top of the cactus. That's so bad. And now he's going for Gobi anyway, but it doesn't matter because he can just death warp. He has to death warp here anyway, doesn't he? Oh no, he doesn't. You're not supposed
I don't know what route he's doing, mate. If he's doing the route I do, you take damage now going across and then do water pyramid and die in there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, Sunder. Okay, thank goodness he waited. We saw Hag run and wait, did he fall? Yeah, he must have. Cuz he was already at Nabnut. I didn't see him fall, but he must have. And then he almost fell again, but thank goodness he waited for the buzz bomb. It's so hard paying attention to two runners, especially when you're talking about something non-related to the race.
Yeah.
But it's just how commentary goes, right?
That's right. I got severe ADHD as well, so it's even harder for me. I'm always looking at the most exciting one and completely forgetting about the other one.
Oh no! Oh, he's gonna take damage from that.
That timer's actually faster on Xbox, so it's tight.
Yeah, it is. Alright, he'll have to go all the way up again. Sunder did the nest movement wrong. Well, we didn't see Asmi call it out, so...
Oh,
you should start giving misinformation, but pass it off as expert analysis. I mean, who's to say you haven't been doing that this entire time?
Yeah, it's ruining everyone's chances of getting world record.
Asmi just starts spitting facts, and then, you know, nobody fact checks because Asmi's smart.
Is he going to death warp in it? Don't swim into the... Oh, I thought he was going to swim into there. My mum.
Oh, Sunder going for the bit clip out of fall. Wow, that was really fast. I feel like most people try to do like you know, 9 punch cancels there because I keep failing them, but he made it in only 5. Very impressive. Yep, he's death warping.
Interesting.
I mean, that's the classic. Like, every time someone asks how much time something saves in 2, he just like, yeah, saves 3 minutes.
TTC only saves 3 minutes.
Saves 15 minutes. Alright, Sunder not bonking off the snowman. We haven't seen too many people bonk off the snowman, but I feel like I've seen more than we actually have. I don't know why, but maybe it's because I'm like willing it to happen or something.
Maybe on Xbox it is broken, it's just not in a good way. Whenever I'm playing it, everyone's like, the shadows!
Alright. CalvinNotKlein doing the classic. Well, we'll see if he does the Gobi clip. No, he's not. Oh!
Is he?
No, he's not doing Gobi clip.
He's got a lot of health to try it.
Yeah. Does it even work on Xbox? Oh, he is doing it!
Interesting. He must. Oh, he's doing a beat bust.
Oh yeah, he's doing the old beak bust Gobi clip. Yeah.
Nice.
Except he's lost. He doesn't know where the entrance is. There it is.
I've fair play to him. I've never been able to do that.
That was a weird Gobi clip, like jumping up onto the paw and then back down. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before.
Worked for him though.
Yeah, never let them know your next move. I feel like that's the moral of Calvin's run so far. He's done a lot of combined routes and strats.
Well, like swim all the way to open MMM and then turn around to do MMM early, like just to throw to the chat back. So he's not doing MMM early, I'm sure of it. Alright,
Sunder with a pretty good taking damage to, you know, beak bomb or rat-a-tat into the window. Oh, okay. I guess. But bumping off that snowman isn't so terrible. Alright, let's see how Sunder's winter clips go. Doesn't have to worry about getting the jiggy. Just has to not land on the bed. But he's fine there. Got the honeycomb. Meanwhile, Calvin's having trouble with this ancient one statue. That looks good to me. Yep, got it. Yeah, he's deciding to just leave. Jumping on the statue just isn't worth it.
Those statues are one of the main reasons I switched to RBA as well.
I mean, I guess if you do all the setups right, then you don't really have to worry about it, but...
Oh, you got sick of resetting in Gobies.
This is an interesting route through Sandy Butt's tomb. But I guess if you fall off kind of on the right path, so... I don't think I've ever seen anyone jump to the left there before.
Yeah, I go right, and then you've got like a straight run to the... to the exit now.
Yeah, but if you fall off, then you're like right in the middle of the maze, so it's like a win-lose. But I feel like most people are pretty good about not falling off. Alright, let's hear Sunder's soft lock. Seems good so far. Alright, easy peasy. Did someone say tournament? Or is it tourney? Did someone say tourney? There we go. Did somebody say tourney?
I reckon that emote's going to take off. It's going to replace Cat.
I mean, it's already great.
It'll become good outside the BK community, though.
I think Schlongster has the highest attendance rate of any tournament on the channel. Or of anyone who's entered tournaments on the channel. I'm sure there are some people who are up there, but... Sunder, what are you doing? Oh, we have another crash.
I thought it crashed, like the game crashed then.
Yeah,
He's caught up.
I'm not sure what's going on with, At least this time it didn't give me an ad. An ad 129.
Most hyped.
Oh, now it gave me a commercial break. Hilarious.
Yeah, Calvin wrong warped into N64 CCW.
Alright, commercial break in progress.
765, that's clean.
Yeah, everyone pay attention to what Sunder's doing for a sec. Watch him and pick apart his gameplay while we wait for... Oh my God.
Broke again.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with Calvin's stream, but the VLC doesn't like it.
Songs, are you referring to when you accidentally opened it? Oh, that's tricky to troll sometimes.
Alright, we're back. Let me just,
Yeah, that was so funny, Sean.
Come on.
Is he gonna get eye jail? Is he gonna get eye jail?
Hopefully not.
Oh, I did!
Oh, well, rip.
We get out. He's out.
Alright, we back.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Sort of. Okay, now we back. Hopefully that'll be the last time that it crashes. Big Chungus.
Done with RBA then. Oh, he's got BGS entry.
No, this race wasn't neck and neck.
Schlong said Boob is faster for our RBA technically if you don't fail it. But not faster than RBA.
Yeah.
The first M65.
Calvin hasn't been having a bad run though. He's only plus 24 seconds on his splits, but like every split is either red or gold. Like he's had a lot of really good splits, but the PB difference is just too big this early on in the tournament. Oh, he's got a raid. He's got alerts on his stream.
Oh, is he gonna? Yeah, there we go. Oh, Death Sync.
All right, out of Gobies. And another gold split.
He golded with that.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
He saved like 51 seconds on that split.
No way.
Oh, what is this? He's entering the vase. I haven't seen that in a long time.
No. Never let them know your next move. Is he RBB next then?
He's gonna do RBA anyways. He'll RBA for something weird at the beginning. The vase? Yeah. What else is it? Vase?
Yeah,
Vase?
It's a. Well, I suppose it's I call it a vase, but you can call it a vase, I guess.
I guess you could call it like a pot. Is it a pot? I don't know.
When does a pot become a vase?
I don't know. Maybe it's the height.
I don't know.
Because I mean, in like Sandy Butt's tomb, you know, the Jinjo at the end, the Mumbo token at the end, you'd say those are in pots, right? But they look almost the same. They're just. Oh my God, Calvin! Okay, I thought he was gonna miss that flight pad.
See, this is why you do FP now, because you can get both of those jiggies. Why doesn't he not just get that Jiggy now?
See, nobody forgot that they existed, Gogo. They just purposely don't do them because they're slow.
Storms. I'll only help him if he asks. I'm not just gonna give him a tell him how to do stuff.
I feel like Sunder's audio just got like a lot louder for me.
As me, Calvin needs no help.
Ooh, he landed.
He...
On purpose, though?
No, he's gonna have to fly back now to the Jiggy.
Did he fly over to get the FP Jiggy before getting the,
Yeah, he beat bombed the eye and then turned and went and got this Jiggy.
Oh, okay,
instead.
he did get the Jiggy. I guess he was afraid of landing on it, but little did he know he was gonna land on the Alco. It's too real, though. It's too real. That's happened to me before, too.
Oh, he's nearly done it again, packed over it.
I don't think Calvin knows that you can take off on the flight pad with the shoes on. Because I remember not knowing that for a while, too, myself. Because that would... I would always, like, race to cancel my shoes before jumping on the flight pad. And he was clearly mashing B because of the rat-a-tat, so... Yeah, that might be something to mention.
Let's see how Calvin's engine room goes. Well, first to see how this little jump goes.
I was about to say, a little jump goes fine, but, I mean, it's... You can miss it. So yesterday I was complaining about not having, like, you know, enough water. Like, I forgot to get water before the race. But this run, I have 3 cups of water next to me. Like, 3 large glasses of water. But I actually, like, have done very little drinking. I don't think I've taken a sip from my water since, like, you know, Sunder was in Gobies.
You've got too much water then.
I know, right?
I'm getting thirsty now. I wish I had a second can of Red Bull.
It's okay, I've been hydrating in the last, like, 10 seconds. $69 notes for Sunder. Nice. See if he gets the... Yep. Wait, did he not get it? I guess maybe he jumped on Tip Top too late. I'm not sure how big the window is to jump on his face there, but... Clearly it was not in the window. It's a pretty sick pattern, except for that, you know, first couple turtles, but...
I find that everyone labels their turtles differently. Like, some people use numbers. Some
yeah,
people
I use
use, like...
colors.
But, like, do you do what I do and use them?
I do what Sunder does. And by I do what Sunder does, I mean I do exactly what Sunder does. Not only do I label them like that, but I also label them in the Banjo Race chat.
Yeah.
Because it's the only chat I have open when I did Kazooie races.
That's
and then when I was done, instead of just deleting it, I just hit enter.
Someone had done my typing for turtles for me once, and they used like M and T, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, the thing. I was like, magenta.
Magenta, teal, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I only know like 6 colors. Like, let's just keep it simple.
See, I don't use C. I use LB. Like, I feel if you're already using PU and PI, like, what's the other... Like, PU and PI, like, just use P for one of them, hello?
Yeah, I use LB as well.
Yeah, I use P for purple and PI for pink, but I use LB for light blue.
The
Exactly, Asby. That is exactly my argument. Deleting them takes more button presses.
Oh, you've always got to put them in chat.
Yeah.
For lore. And I always put because I use numpad for splits, before the turtles, there's always a load of ones.
See, you need to do something that no one's ever seen. Like, instead of, typing, Y and R and B, you type with the key next to it. So it's like U and T and... I have to look at my keyboard. N, like...
The at symbol.
Yeah, use symbols, yeah. It's like using numbers, but you just use the symbol on those numbers. From exclamation to the ampersand, like on the 1 to 7.
It's a 7?
It's 6 or 7 turtles. I don't know.
Is there anyone in
There's a number of turtles. I guess there's 6 turtles.
Yeah, type him out like Asmi has as well. Pi
Yeah.
6.
Well, I guess Tip Top is a turtle. You can like map him to like a key too, and I mean, Tank Top is a turtle. So there's an 8th one there. So they never come up for some reason,
Use Twitch emotes instead. Did someone say tourney like?
Yeah. Use Twitch emojis for all your... Oh, Calvin, you gotta go back and forth a little faster. He's like running directly on the line. You gotta go alternate. At this point, I would go back and hit that timer again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what's your turtle pattern? Oh, try hard, fail fish, cool cat, cool cat. I guess you can't have the same one twice.
That's actually a good idea, Asmi. I was thinking about using like Kappa. Did someone say tourney? Ones like that.
Yeah, Calvin, go back and forth a little faster. You can't just run at the line.
You don't want to click through with 40 seconds, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not the first time we've heard that this tournament, Dingo.
If you fall in BGS on the first time you switch Jiggy, you could do it there as well.
Yeah, Calvin's just... I feel like this is one of those things that in like, when you do practice runs, you get it really fast. And then you just don't know, like, you don't know how hard it is when it's not working.
He's going to be tight on time now. He's going to have to go straight for the Jiggy.
Yeah. I'll have to mention that to him, Asmi. Like, just go back and forth a little faster. Alright, he's going for the Jiggy first. Makes sense, because his timer was, like, pretty low. Uh-oh, now he's stuck on the inside. But he's got lots of air still. Ninpal skip predictions, you have 5 minutes. I feel like 5 minutes is like a lot of time. Because 5 minutes is like, I guess he'll be like around the desk square in 5 minutes.
Let's see, is this the first round of Vial?
Oh yeah. I was just looking at his timer. His timer's currently at 156.20, and his split on Furnace Fun is 159.46. So that's like already 3 minutes, but he's plus 2 minutes on his splits. So that's like exactly 5 minutes, almost like 5:30-ish. So I feel like 4 minutes might have been safer, but you never know. It's a race against time. Who's gonna win, Sunder or Go-Go?
He's not doing boombox death, but
keeping us on our toes.
Never know what he's doing. Always keep your opponents guessing.
Yeah, can end it early too. Yeah, I guess we can end it when he enters Furnace Fun if it's too gone on too long.
That's a high Vial score.
Yeah, 32. We saw 33 from Calvin earlier.
Calvin wins.
Yeah.
Do a
race is over. He got a higher score in Vial 1. Or Vial 2, I guess.
It'd be an interesting tournament. Is it all mini games on 2 back-to-back? Whoever gets the highest total score wins.
I did that as a contest once. I run a games room at a local anime convention, and one of my like mystery tournaments was how many points can you collectively score on all 3 rounds of Vial.
Ah, cool.
And it was pretty fun.
You could probably get over 100, couldn't you?
I don't even remember what the highest score was. I don't think anyone got over 100 because there was no shoes. So.
Ah, right. I've seen someone on Reddit had like 45 in the first round. That's the highest I've seen.
I've never seen 45. 45 is insane to me.
Yeah. He must have like got real good RNG and Vile must have not got hardly any. I can't remember what Vile had.
Alright. No Vile losses. Very nice to see this, Uh-oh. Okay. I thought Calvin's, stream was going down again.
He's running the CalvinNotKlein ads. It's all a big scam. He is actually CalvinNotKlein.
I do have to pause his stream for just a sec, though, because he's a couple seconds ahead of Sunder, because when I reloaded his stream, I didn't sync them back up.
But go, grunty question answered right is very unlikely, isn't it? 'Cause it's already unlikely to get the grunty question, then it's 33% chance to get it right.
Yeah. But you never know.
I have done that before. It's horrible.
Ooh, Calvin getting knocked off. Going up for yeah, he's just going around. Tried the backflip once, kinda got it, but not really. So now he's just nope, I'm out of here. We're doing this the old-fashioned way, grabbing the health on the way out just to be safe. Alright, it looks like the timer was just the right amount of time. It's gonna run out like pretty soon after he gets the Furnace Fun, so.
Yeah, good from the future.
Alright. Let's see how his Ninpulk skip goes. Oh my god, I was like, what was that on Calvin's screen? But I guess it was the TNT box exploding off screen. I just saw all of a sudden the shaking and I was like, uh-oh, is it about to crash again?
Here we go.
I love Furnace Fun music.
It's such a cool part of the game when you first play it as well.
When I was a kid, I used to just like do the entire board and then just die and do it again. Like
I done the entire board the other day on stream, like just for a laugh.
yeah, I always had like one of my files set to like, you know, Furnace Fun, so I could just load it up and just play Furnace Fun.
Yeah, it's cool. The Tower of Tragedy in 2 isn't as cool.
Yeah, I mean it's still fun. It's just not as cool as the board.
Yeah.
What'd you get? Alright, let's see. Ninpulk. Oh, didn't quite get it. He's choking! Yeah, that's the second time he's gotten Talent Trot on the frame. Oh, there we go. Alright. What's the scroll doing in stream? I would have gotten this wrong. Oh wait, I guess I would have got it wrong because there's the obvious, but if I had to get it right, I mean on another square, I always forget what he's doing in spring, whether he's sleeping or eating. He eats his nuts in spring, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's too fat in summer. That's right.
I thought Nabnet was a girl as well until recently.
Yeah, finishing the entire board, just brute forcing the grunny questions.
Yeah, don't ever speak to Brent Tilda.
Yeah, just Furnace Fun calculator. But
I was doing a casual playthrough for my son.
Didn't exist back in 2000.
I had a grunty question on the death square right at the end and died. Like, and I was trying to show my son the game.
I still have my Banjo-Kazooie like manual that came with the game, and in the back there's like in the back of all the N64 manuals there's always a notes section where you can write down stuff, and I have a bunch of the Brent Tilde answers written down there just to remember what they are.
I miss instruction manuals.
Yeah, digital manuals just don't do it.
Yeah.
But without digital manuals, we wouldn't have open the manual. So
I used to always read them on the bus back from buying the game. Like, 'cause it's like an hour journey,
oh yeah, me too.
and it like hypes you up to play the game. No?
I read the Mario Party 4 manual a lot. It was a good one.
The Ocarina of Time manual is good. So it had all the items in it. Like.
I don't have the Ocarina of Time manual anymore. The only ones I have are some of the games that I got in boxes when I was finishing my collection. A couple of Japanese ones and Banjo. I think I have my Smash one too.
Japanese always have the best box art.
They really do.
It's just like the two, like BK's logo is amazing in Japanese as well.
Yeah, I love the Japanese box art. All right, Sunder, almost done. Just oh, he missed.
Oh, he nearly got the broom.
He was pretty far ahead. I don't know. It's like he just forgot to turn, like a little further. Sorry, Dingo. We all don't just run everywhere. We're all fat and lazy.
I'm not fat, but I'm definitely lazy.
Alright, that looks pretty good. Gets it. Very nice. Alright, I might actually go check and see if Calvin actually wants to get pulled in, because he's doing pretty alright. Did Sunder miss those eggs? He better have missed those eggs. Oh, he got soft lock! Sunder got the soft lock! Oh no, that's terrible! Alright, race isn't over yet! Oh my god! Oh, that sucks!
Is that the first one of the tourney?
No, it's not the first one, but it's...
Oh man.
Oh no! Yeah, Gogo got soft lock, Animism got soft lock, and now Sunder gets soft lock. I don't know if anyone else has got it, but...
I don't even know if you can get it on Xbox.
Oh, you didn't get it in your race. Okay, I thought you were saying that you got it in your race.
Gogo's just got the record for most ever soft locks, isn't he?
Oh. Well, Gogo got soft lock in damageless.
Oh, does that mean the run's over then? 'Cause you have to kill yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, that is bad, like.
Yeah. Complete the entire game damageless, and then you lose it to soft lock. It's just terrible.
Oh. He gets another go at big bomb phase. It ain't over till it's over.
I mean, he could chain soft locks forever and ever until Calvin
Game
wins,
over.
but I mean, what are the odds, right? Oh man, he's got to watch his feathers too. He's gonna have good beak bombs here. Alright, he got the first two. He should be good on... Yeah, there we go. He's leading his third one a little bit, just to make sure. If it happens again, he'll have to go get more feathers, but... Alright, Calvin doing the beak bomb, taking damage on the wall. Very nice. We talked about this earlier. Upodimal. Alright, Sunder's going for it again. He don't care. He's not afraid of anything. I guess there's no, like, cutscene to skip, so...
I actually seen someone do a casual run, and they didn't do the cutscene skip. They died. They come back up and got soft lock on the second attempt for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what
did he
caused
get it again?
I think so. He hasn't got it again.
Oh, okay, he didn't. Okay, he just kept missing the eggs. Dude, that would have been just terrible. All right, I think I'll pull in Calvin. He'll probably finish his run, but it'd be hard for him to PB, I think, or maybe not. but we'll see. All right, now it's almost time. I mean, there's still stuff that could go wrong. You never know. He could die.
Can you get soft lock on this stream, though?
Yeah, you can, but I think it happens right away, so you would have already gotten it by now.
Ah, okay, see.
All right, and time. GG's.
What an epic finish.
Yeah, very, very epic finish. All right, let's pull these guys in. If I can find where my Discord is. All right, GG's, everybody.
Oh, it's over. GG's, Thunder.
Yeah. Are you gonna finish your run, Calvin?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it.
Okay, perfect. We'll raid you after this is all done. Then.
Yep. Possible PB here.
Yeah, I saw that. You've really had an up and down run. We weren't sure what route you were doing because your route through all the levels and through the lair and everything. I don't know.
Yeah,
nobody knew what was coming next.
Yeah, it was very improvised.
Yeah.
Still got some surprising golds. I got like a 57 and a 23 gold.
Sunder,
Yeah.
how you feeling after that grunny fight?
I mean, hoping for a gold, but the universe said no.
Yeah.
I mean, the gold was dead already, anyways. So I missed the final section, but
yeah.
that's the first time I've ever gotten soft lock outside of like ROM hacks. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite the interesting run you were doing over there too. I looked over for a second. You were back at Bubble Gloop, and I was like, "What is going on over there?"
Yeah, that's the FFM or that's the RBA route.
Okay.
Yeah, you do FFM last.
Bubble glue blast, you mean? Yeah.
Or, yeah, Bubble Gloop last. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. It was interesting YOLO stars from both of you guys too.
that FP was something, yeah. I was really excited to show off the brand new strat, 'cause I don't think anyone's done it in this tournament yet.
The one
And
where
then
you
it
hit the
just,
buttons
like,
and then do YOLO?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the way you get the pipe jiggy is really cool. And then
Yeah.
it just like I fell off the little platform with the nodes, and at that point I should have just reverted to the old strat. But I was like, no, I'm gonna do it, and then it just fell apart.
Yeah, we've actually seen a couple people do it so far in the tournament.
Oh, okay.
And then I think yesterday, I think a VO, I can't remember if it was yesterday during a VO's race, but it was it was really weird just because, like, I don't know, the route kind of got forgotten a little bit. So, oh no, it was I can't remember. I think it was the race before. I think Silver Banjos forgot to get the present in the tree. Just forgot to do the tree entirely. So
Oh,
it was kind of weird. But
Yeah, that used to happen to me whenever I would take a break for a while, and there would be certain parts of that level that I would skip, like the Christmas tree.
yeah, but yeah, your feathers were just like so tanked. And I don't know if you saw Ploth come in and was like, did Sunder fail F purely?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know the story behind that one, but
Well, Ploth was like kind of giving me his setup before this race, like earlier today.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's why he was asking. But yeah, that FP early, honestly, kind of what happened was I was so focused on like doing Ploth setup that he just taught me, and I got the clip. And then you know when you have something like in muscle memory, but when you think about it, you like don't know what to do. So it's like right after you do FP early, you're supposed to hold up left, and I was like, wait, do I hold up left or down left? Wait, and then I like panicked for a split second, then I was super
What the hell
low,
did I just do?
and then I tried to improvise, and I just completely missed the load zone.
Yeah. If you would have maybe like done your beak bomb like a half a second earlier, it looked like it would have worked.
Yeah, probably.
But then after you went like down that far, I was like, there's no way. There's no way. It almost looked like the second one was gonna fail too, but the clips were like really fast. I've never seen anyone like take off from that direction on the flight pad. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I don't really pay attention to the direction. I have like a spot on the wall that I kind of aim towards while I'm like holding up to like get lower.
That reminds me, Calvin, do you know that you can take off from the flight pad while you're wearing the shoes?
Or the end of Freezy Peak?
Yeah, for the flight pad in the MMM lobby.
No, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, because it looked like you were trying really hard to cancel your shoes and you kept pecking, but yeah, if you're wearing the running shoes and you jump onto the flight pad, you can take off while wearing the shoes and it'll just cancel them automatically.
All right, cool. That'll be noted. The biggest problem I had was that death at TTC and then also Rusty Bucket Bay. I just couldn't clip through that window for the life of me.
Yeah, Asmi wanted to pass off that you actually can't clip through the window if you're moving from right to left.
Oh, okay.
So that's a lot of people, when they clip through the window, they kind of zigzag back and forth real fast.
Yeah.
Just because you can only clip one way, so if you don't get it, then you just zig back and then kind of zag again, kind of thing. But I mean, at least you knew that you can reset the timer by busting the button again. Every time someone does that in a race, someone in chat always says, "I didn't know you could do that."
Oh, really? Yeah, sometimes I can roll through it as well. Like I get a roll and then try to go one way and instantly get through there, but that doesn't always work.
Yeah. Rough
Man,
fall.
my clankers was really close to golding, and I was with that like failed bolt jump. I have so much time saving my
Yeah, that's what I said too. I looked and I was like, yeah, because I could see all your it looked like you almost golded another level too, but then it just.
Oh yeah, what was it?
I can't remember.
Might have been Mansion.
Maybe.
Mansion I would have golded if I didn't get Washi.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was really close. Yeah, you had a really good napper skip in there too.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. Flower pots weren't very good, but they never are.
So what time did you end up with?
2:08:31.
Oh, nice, not bad.
Thanks to a grunty soft lock.
Yeah, and probably the most savage FP route I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, it just sucks when you don't have feathers. Because at first I was like, what's even going on? And then I was like, oh, he doesn't have any feathers.
Yeah, I had 3 feathers. I was not making up to that pipe. Maybe, I don't know, I saw in chat asking me, it's like, he didn't even go for it, so maybe it's possible, but
yeah,
I didn't think it would be.
I don't know. It would have been pretty close. And then if you would have failed it, then you would have just been like up there being like, well, I guess I'm going back down.
Yep.
Better safe than sorry, I guess. Alright, either way, pretty entertaining race. I'm going to send everyone to watch the end of your run, Calvin. Hopefully there's some good stuff going on at the end of the...
Yeah, magical ending. I actually got a lot of time to save here at Click Clock, so hopefully we could get either 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds like most runners up to a point. You know, like Click Clock is always like the most time saved because it's just such a long level.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
There's so many different times you can fall here as well.
Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks you guys for doing the race. Thank you, Welsh, for or what'd you say in chat? Call you Welshy Schmelchy?
Smelchy.
Welshy Schmelchy.
Also, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining the tournament.
Hosting.
You're still not over. It's a double elimination, so there'll be a losers match to schedule. So tune in tomorrow. Crosby is racing Captain Dingpot at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That'll be hosted by Pixel Wheezy. And then, yeah, if you guys are interested after that, go over to the GDQ stream. I'll be doing a run of Banjo, Tooie, no DCW, no bit clip for their time capsule stream. So,
Interesting. I'll watch that.
hopefully I'll be practiced up. But focus on the race first. Race comes first. All right. See you guys. Bye.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, everyone.